Hi. Today I want to talk to you about the Olympic athletes. It's so great to watch the athletes and just hear their stories. It's so incredibly inspiring. And so I took a little bit of time to think and research about how do Olympic athletes train for the gold. And they go into that wanting the gold, not the bronze, not the silver, and just being there is a special honor, but they really want the gold. And a lot of times in our business, that's what we really want. But are we training and running our businesses like we want the gold? So today, let's talk about 5 things that will help you get to the gold in life and business. You know, Olympic athletes, they train really hard, usually like 5 to 6 hours a day, but that doesn't guarantee them the gold. Olympic coaches know that the mental side of training is what determines the winners. They often structure their routines, the athletes' daily practices, with the purpose of allowing the athlete to focus and to understand and to control their daily actions. Nothing's wasted in the time, and every single thing is done for a reason. And think about it in your business. How much time do you waste? Do you know exactly the reason for what you're doing? What separates a gold medalist from a silver medalist, is simply the mental game. And so, like I said, there's 5 tools that these athletes use. The first one is, as you know, practice. Athletes train so their movements are automatic. The more you repeat certain things and your habits and your actions, the better you become at it. And so many times when we start our business, we start going down one path and we're practicing, and we get a setback or a failure. And so we stop. Or there another shiny object comes along and we're like, oh, we'll go for that. Maybe that'll work. Maybe that'll work. Even though we haven't got to the point where we're elite at what we were doing before. We know exactly what to do and it's automatic. We give up too soon. We quit practicing the one area that is our area of genius. Number 2, the athletes are motivated and they know how to motivate themselves internally, not externally. Michael Phelps, he isn't there just to win a race. He's there to change the face of swimming. And think about that in your productivity. What kinds of things are motivating you? It's not that you're motivated to get something done by Monday morning. What you're usually actually motivated by is spending more time with your family or accomplishing something that will bring you happiness. You have to know your internal why for that to motivate you for the long term. Business doesn't happen overnight. You have to stay motivated, just like those Olympic athletes. They don't train for a year, they train for decades to get to that place. And it takes that to be an elite business. Number 3, they work in a vacuum. And I know you're probably thinking, what? But Olympic athletes will isolate themselves before a big competition so it doesn't interfere with their training or that it doesn't steal their focus. And a lot of successful, great people use this same technique. And it's actually one I use. I have some very specific things I do if I want to focus. Close the door, turn off email. I actually have a certain table that I sit at that nothing else can distract me from. And don't check emails every 5 minutes. So whatever it takes for you to have your focus, even if it's for an hour, that is going to skyrocket your business. The 4th thing is something I talk about a lot, planning and prioritizing. Athletes know their training, their nutrition habits, and their mindset work are all priorities. They don't wait until the end of the day or until they feel like it. They just do it, and they do it day in and day out. If you do not have a system to plan and prioritize, you will not even get close to your business and life gold. So start today by planning your yearly goals, your 90-day goals, your monthly, your weekly, and your daily priorities. So I have a 90-day priority and planning book. It's actually about this thick. And so my 90-day goals are in there, my intentions for those 90 days, and then my monthly, and then my weekly, and then daily, I actually prioritize and plan every single thing based off of those goals. And so it really helps me to move forward. And if something doesn't happen, I can move it to the next day. But usually, if it's in that book, it gets done. The fifth thing is using technology. And Olympic athletes and coaches use cutting edge technology for tracking body movement and data and new breakthroughs in the industry. All Team USA sports are aware that they have to integrate technology into their standard training for that athlete to gain the competitive edge. If you have a fear of technology, which a lot of people do, you need to deal with it right away or hire someone to help you with it for you to be able to become that elite 1% in your business and life. Using the tools of elite athletes to help you cultivate your finest life and business is going to take you to places you've never even thought you could go in a quick amount of time. So today, visualize exactly what your Olympic gold business and life would look like. What would that be for you? And what do you desire most? Then take those desires and use these 5 tools, put them into action, and soon, very soon, you are going to be celebrating the gold. Cheers to an Olympic business and life. Have a great day.